The only thing I have left to do in this good old DLC of Elden Ring is to kill the final boss. That's about where we left off last time. And let me tell you, the final boss is a bit of a doozy. I spent some time offline thinking about how I wanted to approach this and, you know, build crafting, theory crafting a little bit. I definitely, you know, we explored some options. I found some windows that I could get, you know, charge attacks and R1s and all that shit in. But I had a better idea. I had a better idea for how to tackle this boss. And that is to do this run as intended. Chat selected a build for me over a year ago at this point for this run. And I'm not gonna say I didn't stick to it. But, you know, the DLC threw all sorts of challenges at us. Some pretty fast bosses, some pretty demanding bosses. And I held true to the anchor. You know, sometimes we were rocking 2 anchors. I mostly held true to the Gold Mask cosplay. But you know, there was one thing that we didn't get that much of in this playthrough, and that was Wild Strikes. So I got to thinking, I wonder if I can Wild Strike Radahn to death. And, oh boy, can I. Oh boy, can I. Oh my god. It turns out that I was right to declare that this build that chat made for me, OP. Now listen, I've made a few modifications. It's not just bee sting cants. I'm not practically naked wearing only Gold Mask clothes, but I don't think you'll be too unhappy with the decisions I've made here. So I've spent a little bit of time offline crafting a build that I think will absolutely humiliate the boss with Wild Strikes in the most hilarious and fitting way to end this playthrough of Elden Ring. So, let's get to it. I also should clarify, I spent the whole day like out in the sun and drinking beer with my friends. So, it's a good thing this boss doesn't like, you know, require like really precise reaction time or anything like that. Right? It should be fine. I only had 3 beers. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right to fight Radahn. I'm under the legal limit. It'll be fine. I mostly just have to hold L2. That's about all I really have to do. This may be my shortest stream of all time, and I will remind you that one time Valentino ended my stream as soon as it started, basically. I guess we can keep tracking deaths here. We're not at 50 boss deaths. That was for Bale. We are at 35, I believe, for this boss. Although, what is death anyways, really? Because I practiced offline probably at least 35 times. Although my Wild Strikes build clicked together pretty quickly. I'll show the build, too. Fucking hell, this thing goes so slow. I just want to get you up to 35. 1, 2, boom. Okay. I'm installing Dark Souls 3 right now so I can backseat well. Oh, goddamn.
Subscribe to Dumper Man.
Wow, another useless feature.
Hey, that's not a useless feature. You click that button and it gives me $2.50. Thank you. Thank you for the 13 months. All right. Let's do it. Jesus Christ. This could be anywhere. I mean, I don't think it'll take me long either way, but this could take anywhere from 1 attempt to like an hour of attempts. Let's review the build. Okay, so you might notice some things have changed. Now, if you have a problem with my drip, I have a problem with you. Because I even like specifically chose drip that like specifically matches Chin Carry's you know, his get-up. We got the Gold Mask, so don't worry, the Gold Mask hasn't gone anywhere. But I've put on the Malformed Dragon Armor, which just gives us better poise and pretty good holy damage negation. So that helps out a decent bit. What we've really got going on is this. Dragon Crest Great Shield has not changed. Shard of Alexander boosts the attack power of skills. The Spear Talisman enhances counterattacks unique to thrusting weapons. Now, this wording is kind of strange because, for one, you might be like, you don't have a thrusting weapon. That's where you're wrong. It is. It is a thrusting weapon. Believe it or not, the anchor is a thrusting weapon somehow. And counterattack just basically means when you hit an enemy while they're attacking. So if I stand in front of Radahn and wild strike him during a combo, it turns out we just get big, fat damage numbers. And then on top of that, we have Rotten Wing Sword Insignia, which greatly raises attack power with successive attacks, which wild strikes are nothing if not successive attacks. In the Physic, we've got the Thorny Cracked here, which boosts successive attack power again. Stacking, I believe stacking with the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia. If it doesn't, then it's a little bit redundant, but oh well. And the Opaline Hard Tier, which just prevents a lot of damage. And then we got some spells. Let's see. Golden Vow, Black Flame's Protection, and Flame Grant Me Strength. I'll pop at the beginning. Lord's Divine Fortification I have, but I haven't been using. That decreases holy damage, but it doesn't seem to matter that much. And so that's what we got. Oh, and I have, you might notice I'm not holding the anchor right now. I'm holding a Misericord with Endure on it. Because this is vital for me tanking the damage of some attacks and being able to retaliate. Lord's Divine Fortification is super good, isn't it? It is, but it's very short, so I don't know when I should be activating it in this fight. So that's my one issue with it. Now here, I'll show you the strat. Let's just, it could happen right here. Let me turn my volume up. I realized I turned that down while I was playing off stream. So we gotta do our little prep here. Back to two-handing. All right. Now we want Radahn to do this first, which he normally does. Perfect. Okay. Not a great attack for him to do first. That's all right. You can jump that, and most of those miss you. He's not going to do a follow-up. Phase 2. Alright, we want our Endure out. Oh, fuck. That's not what I expected. Okay, he normally does the nuke first. Okay, we Endure. I'm gonna have to Endure again. Yep, I don't think I got the Endure off there. Shit, that blows. We might die here, because this has gone horribly. Yeah, he did, like, the worst thing he could have done. But that's alright. He, like, 9 times out of 10, he starts phase 2 with the nuke, but if he doesn't, it kind of all falls apart. But there, you saw how fast phase 1 was, so that's basically about what we're doing here. Oh, the other thing I can do, I haven't determined fully if it's necessary yet, but I could do a Rune Arc to pop Morgoth's Great Rune, which just gives us a ton more health. It basically just lets me tank more. So we may as well do that here. Let's just pop that first. Yeah, honestly, I wish the DLC had Wild Strikes too. Let's be fucking real here. Golden Vow first. I mean, it had Lion's Claw too. Just dual wield it. Bitch. Okay, we're good. It's fine. Wasn't worried. It's like the worst attack he can do in this phase. Because it's just so much time that I cannot Wild Strike him. Just terrible dodging. All right, back to Wild Striking. Please do the attack. Thank you. Oh, fuck. We didn't even need to heal, but it was probably smart too. This is fine. I'm getting grabbed. It's all right. It doesn't matter.
A 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Does not matter. Unless he grabs again. Then it does matter a little bit. Okay, shit. That's all right. Oh, fuck off. Check it out. Shit. We're almost there, we're done. Bruh. Don't do this to me. Hardest boss in Elden Ring, by the way. Hardest boss in all of Souls, by the way. Oh God, dude! I like how I still have the halo too. I could quick clear that. Sorry, Mikola. Oh damn, where is this thing? Get that shit out of here. Didn't expect weak foe? Dude, so true. That's what I've been saying. Oh my God. First off, holy. First off, joy. Visions of you don't have the right. Ah, I don't believe it. Damn. I can't just walk up there and become a god? I did use almost all my flasks, to be fair. So what do I do? Is there like is there a cutscene? I actually don't even know at this point. Oh, here's something. Little glowing sprite or something. What's going on? Sit at the grace? I didn't see the grace, actually. This seems like the cutscene, though. I just heard there was a cutscene.
I'm going to be a god.
I don't think you are anymore, bro. Little bro still thinks he's gonna be a god.
Promise me you'll be my consort.
The Mikolester. And time. 17 minutes into stream, bro. Dude, you know some people are gonna be mad about that as if that wasn't the entire premise of the playthrough. Oh my God. To be honest with you, after practicing him a bit, I think I could have just fought him straight up. It would have taken me a few hours. But I honestly think that was way more fun and funny. I honestly think that was way funnier. I disrespected the shit out of the hardest boss that Miyazaki has ever made. I'm not engaging with that. No, sorry Miyazaki, not today. Who could have guessed the game is easy when you don't worry about dodging and just swing. We just swing. That's all we do. To be honest, as I was practicing for that, I did learn how to dodge most of his moves anyways. Because the truth is, I don't have enough armor, like I don't have enough poise to just tank everything. So I did have to be ready to dodge just about anything. And again, I think I could do it. I think I could do it without without the cheese. I just didn't want to. That was more fun. Yeah, and not a single poise break. He has absurd posture, or whatever you want to call it. I actually was able to stagger him on my first attempt at the boss. Which is insanity. Anyways, there's one other thing I could do. Before I just run out of things to do. And that is this nonsense. God, I actually don't even remember how to get over here now. Grand stairway, is that it? I think that might be it. This is the real final boss, is what I determined. You know, maybe we can just tank this motherfucker, too. Just put the malformed dragon armor back on? Nah. We gotta do this with the big dick shoes on. I don't remember how to get down there, though. Let's see. We would like to probably go... Okay, hi. Yep, forgot about you. Oh, and I still have Morgoth's Great Rune active. That's really nice because my health bar is colossal. Although it doesn't matter because of one of the mechanics that this boss has. I got the Ween shoes on. Malformed dragon armor plus BDS. That's just the chest plate and the gauntlets. But we could do it. It'll just be malformed dragon armor without pants, which is honestly kind of hilarious. God, do I need to kill you? Are you gonna keep shooting me in the boss arena if I don't kill you? You're easy enough to kill. Right, I had the Wild Strike build, too. It's still good even without all the buffs. The disgusting thing, too, is that I think I could have made this build better. Like, I think if I really wanted to min-max it, I think I had more options still. I've been seeing, God, is it Gino is doing a build where he basically just tanks everything and wild strikes everything to death? It's crazy how I pulled Anchor plus wild strikes out of my ass and it turned out to be crazy. The real MVP is that the Spear Talisman works with the Anchor. That is insane. That's so busted. Like, it really should not proc the Spear Talisman. Ow. Ow. I'm gonna die before he even gets to his disgusting phase 2. Ow, fuck. I can't hit this boss. Now I can. I just can't tank this boss is what it is. Yeah, you can fight this boss again, but with a little bit of a twist, and it's not a cool one. It's a pretty awful twist. Holy shit, this is... This is genuinely fucking me up. because he doesn't stand still for long enough for me to wild strike him. Here we go. Here we go. Dude, I just can't tank either. I can't just poise through it. Here we go. Uh-oh. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Yeah, this is the hardest boss in the DLC, I swear to God. This is the real final boss right here. But we'll get him. We'll get him. Maybe I just have to do my full buff cycle. I just gotta do everything. Like, alright, a quick FGMS. A little Golden Vow. A little Black Flame Protection. For the boys. Yeah, this is the true final boss. Oh my god. Get off the horse. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Dude, why does that hit you? I haven't been able to understand that yet. Come on, big damage, big damage, big damage. Uh-oh. Ooh, I hate this so much. Wait, I could get... You know what I could do is get the, like, Garronk's Beast Claw or whatever and kill him that way. That might actually work. Shit, get me out of that. Stop it! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't do that! Oh no. Wait, he changed. He changed. He changed. He's not Deathlight anymore. Are we chilling? Oh fuck, there's one more. Wait, we got him, we got him, we got him. Dude, that timing is so fucked up. Oh. Okay, lightning. Lightning is still bad, don't get me wrong. Because of that. Come on, wild strikes, wild strikes, wild strikes. Shit. I can't tank. This is a problem. Oh my god. Yeah, it does kind of look like Siraj, doesn't it? I probably didn't need to heal there. Wild strikes to finish. Come on, come on, come on! Yeah! Dude, I deadass don't know what else to do. I don't know what to do. I think I might just be done with the DLC. At least for now. But, oh man, if there was one critique of my playthrough of the DLC, it's that maybe I didn't use the build to the fullest, but I feel like after that Radon fight, nobody could say that. Yeah, that boss is a little fucked up. Go into New Game Plus and do it all again. No, not tonight. I feel a little bad that I only streamed for 30 minutes, but I did think this stream was gonna be pretty short. Is there anything else to do? Truly. I don't think there is. I went through this area. There's like a deathrite bird over there. I don't really want to fight that. I did the church quest. I think we're good, man. I think that puts a bow on Elden Ring DLC. Go New Game Plus and bully regular Radon. Dude, I wonder... That's quite a thought. I wonder how fast I can kill Radon on a new playthrough. Sure, why not? Just to really stick it to him. Just to really stick it to him, because I think all I need to do is go to Altus. So I just speedrun the, whatchamacallits. Finish off every boss of the game. Yeah, just real quick. I'll kill Radon. Begin Journey 2. Don't worry, I backed up my save. In case this ends up being a problem, I backed up my save. No. We know what's going on. Quick Radon % speedrun for the boys. You know, maybe we do Grafted Scion just for good measure. The only thing I can think of it being a problem for is like thumbnails. Yeah, I actually sat down today and took, I think, what will be all the rest of my thumbnails. But either way, the save is backed up, so. I wanted to get some B-roll of me like fighting Radon legit. That was another thing too. Just to fucking prove I can do it. Because I know I'm gonna get 15,000 comments about how I cheesed him because I was scared to fight him legit. Which is only half true. The real truth is mostly just that, I thought it would be funnier if I did it this way. GG's Grafted Scion. You not only played the game, but yourself. You know what? So true. I did all my buffs as if that shit was necessary. Alright, I gotta go this way. Most people cheese Radon, so who cares? I don't care. But I think some people will care. Yeah, that's the thing is like... I don't know, man. As I was like practicing the boss, I started to see... I started to see like how it was doable. I was just like, I get these moves. Like, I understand them. I just was like, I just can't be fucked. I think wild striking him is funnier. Alright, so I think all I gotta do... I have my map, right? Yeah, I think all I gotta do is go here and here. Then we go to, right, I don't have Torrent yet. Does Torrent get taken away from me? No, it doesn't. All I gotta do is go get the Dectus Medallion and then go to Altus, and then I'm pretty sure Radon spawns. I think. I'm not 100%. But if I gotta go do Caria Manor, I can go do that too. That's easy. Probably takes 5 minutes to sprint to Loretta and then wild strike her to death. You have to go back and get Torrent again? Oh. Oh, it shows on my bar, but it's like grayed out, so... I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. When I get out, maybe. Yeah, I don't know why I tried to get on Torrent. No, we're good. We're good. We're chilling. My boy's here. Alright. Off to Fort Height first. I missed the Radon fight. It was over just like that. You can see another Radon fight, though. Don't worry, that is definitely getting posted as a video. Or as a short or a clip or something. Yeah, this is actually an interesting experiment, though, because I am like, how early in the game can you fight Radon? Because if I were to just go to Castle Redmane right now, it would be Misbegotten and Crucible Knight, I think. I'm pretty sure you just have to get to Altus, though. I think that's all it actually requires. And I got no issue rushing down the Deckness Medallion for that. Yeah, that's what I thought. I will warn, this is New Game Plus, and I'm level 180, so I think it'll be easy. I'm genuinely not the best at, like, base game Radon fight. Irani is almost definitely slower, yeah. I mean, you can get to Liurnia pretty fast. But it's honestly all the dialogue that I think, No, it wasn't complete hyper armor cheese. He honestly knocks me out of Wild Strikes with quite a few different attacks. That said, I will never not call it cheese. That was definitely cheese. That was some hot, stinky, moldy cheese. But it wasn't pure hyper armor cheese. I did have to pay attention to his attacks. Well, I don't need the golden seed. Hey, see ya. Imagine if you popped Iron Jar aromatics. That's exactly what I'm saying. I did not take that as far as I could have, and see how ridiculous it was, even without me, like, taking it to its absolute limit. Like, that build could have gotten very, very silly very fast, and it was already silly. I never noticed there's, like, platforms that you can, like, platform down. Dude, do I even need this? Do you lose the Dectus Medallion when you... This is so funny. He's going up the ladder, and I'm just like, nah, bro. He's going down. I can warp. Wait, I didn't grab any other graces. That could be a problem. Okay, as long as you're on the ladder. Don't mind me. I think you must lose the Dectus Medallion, like... If you kept key items, that would just be strange. Yeah, you do lose them, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, off to Caelid. I like how I grabbed that golden seed anyways, even after acknowledging that it wouldn't do anything for me. Ooh, I guess if I really wanted to min-max this, I could go to Round Table. No, I can't do that. I was gonna say I could just get teleported to... Wait, no, I can still do that. I can still do that, can't I? I have to go, here. I think there's a teleporter here, isn't there? Pick up a third anchor. Imagine. I could do that. What's this? Sometimes it's just good for knowledge. Ground slam. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Maybe that's my next cheese build. Although I don't think ground slam is actually very good for damage. Cookbook. It's like I'm in the DLC again. Uh-oh. Yeah, right. You can do that. That was not a lot of damage, though. $38 new cookbooks. That's so much. That's almost one cookbook per boss. Beating Elden Ring by sitting on everything. I feel like that's gotta be not impossible. I feel like that's gotta be possible. I think it's just pain. Like, that cannot be fun. Alright, isn't it over here? Yes. To the Bestial Sanctum. Oh yeah, I think the Lightning Ram roll is actually pretty good. Like, low-key pretty good. I'm not sure if it has, like, proper hyper armor, though. Okay, let me just go across the bridge. Couldn't you speedrun Vare's quest so you can get to Moog again? What would the point be? You're right, I could. But what would the point be? Didn't someone chain stagger Melania with it? I believe it. I mean, it... Wild Strikes almost does it to her. DLC again? Yeah, but for what? Like, for what purpose? Speedrun to Consort Radon again and Wild Strike him to death again? I don't think that would work as well. I have to imagine when you start New Game Plus, you lose your Scatter fragments. I don't think I've ever killed this boss, genuinely. You don't lose them. Wow. No, you don't even have to fight Rolana. There's a way around Rolana. And then you only have to fight Mesmer. Mesmer and Romina would be the only two, like, properly required bosses, I think. Even the lion isn't required because when you beat Romina and burn the tree, it just teleports you in there. Which is crazy. Why does the lion exist? No, I don't. Romina's required because she's blocking, like, where you burn the roots with Mesmer's flame. Weird boss, though. I'm sure someone will make a whole lore video on her, but, like, as of right now, I do not understand. You gonna do a DLC boss tier list? I'll do you one better. I'm actually writing the script for a all Soulsborne boss tier list. It might take me a little while to... Oh, I could... You know what? I could do just a DLC boss tier list today, sure. I might as well give, like, initial impressions on the DLC bosses. The stream could go an hour, sure. It'll go a little more than an hour, I think, if I do Radon. Yeet! I get de-aggroed here. Oops. I love how my closest grace is literally just the first step. There's a good one already? Oh, hell yeah. See, I feel kind of like I need to rank them alongside base game bosses, but I also just can't be fucked, like... Yeah, Romina is definitely required. Because she's literally blocking access to where you burn the tree. But I think it's just her and Mesmer. All right, long ride to Dectus Lift. That's all right. It's really funny to think that Radon could theoretically be your first boss in a new playthrough. 3 required bosses? Well, who else is required? Unless you're including Radon. Because I don't think Rolana is technically required. I think you can skip Rolana. Yeah, you can skip Rolana. There's you can go around Casalensis. Yeah, apparently there's like a side path that goes around it. Kind of like what I'm doing right now to Stormvale. Which I love this. I think this is cool that this exists. Yeah, isn't that insane that there's only 2 required? Yeah, I mean, if you don't lose your skidoos, I could probably do it. I just don't want to. I just don't want to go through all of... Oh, well... Wouldn't then... No, I guess the hippo wouldn't be required because you can still get to Mesmer through the church district. So yeah, it's literally just 2 required bosses. That's wild. That like almost doesn't compute. I didn't even find this path on my first playthrough. 10 remembrances plus bail and only 3 are needed to beat the DLC, right? Although I feel like most people, like, it's hard to accidentally bypass Rolana. I didn't find the path to bypass her. I've just heard and seen people talk about it. I should grab this Grace. At some point, I need to grab a Grace. Especially if I'm going cliff diving in a moment here. Hello? I just phased through it. 2 Great Runes, Morgott, Fire Giant, Malekith, Gideon, Godfrey, Radigan. Yeah, the like required late game boss rush kind of inflates numbers a bit. But yeah, to get into the end game, you really only need to fight like 3 bosses, which is kind of interesting. Okay. And if I keep going, I believe there's a spirit spring. Although, I'm trying to remember what the fastest way to Dectus is. Because I can keep going this way, but eventually we reach kind of a weird dead end and need to loop around. Is it this one that has a teleporter? One of them teleports you directly to Raya Lucaria. Yeah, Gods Can Do is required. One of these has a teleporter. I just can never seem to remember which one it is. That takes you right to Raya Lucaria. But then if I leave, like if I use the seal, I can go back out to the bridge and then I can get to Dectus from there. I don't know if this is the fastest or most convenient way, but it'll get us there. Oops, not what I meant to do. I'm not even gonna lie, this is kind of like this is a fun little test of my game knowledge. I don't think this is the one that has the teleporter. Maybe it is. It's in the ruins right next to you? These ones, the Laskyar. Okay, yeah, it's closer than I thought then. I have not watched the Vati video yet. I will though. Not on stream, probably just in my free time, but it's in one of those like the pergola things, isn't it? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. Excuse me. No, sir. I do not want to fight you, Mr. Royal Revenant. Does getting kidnapped to Volcano Manor count? Yeah, I think it does. I gotta go get the key then, though. I'd rather just take Dectus. Because I can just, oh. Oh, this takes you here. There's one that takes you here, isn't there? Well, this is fine. I can go up to the gate and then... No, wait, no, this doesn't work. I thought there was one that teleported you right up to the other gate, but maybe I'm wrong. You need the glintstone key for that? Oh, okay. That's alright. Excuse me. Hello, go away. I mean, the alternative is that I navigate this shit show, which can be kind of annoying. Just go get the key. It's right there. This is kind of a dumb roundabout way, but... Oh, fuck. No, we're fine. That rock, for some reason, is so janky. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Oh, is there a spirit spring there? Yeah, you're right. Oh, well. I'm already on my way here. Easy enough to grab this and then just teleport out. Me and my friends set up a Steam family share. My library, like, tripled. It's all fun and games until you want to play a game while your friend is playing something. Yeah, I know where you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh well, we can get the key. It's right here. Here's another dragon that does literally anyone fight this boss? Oh, it's only the same game now. Interesting. Wow, they made that a lot better then. Can I please de-aggro you? Any day now. Game knowledge. Yeah, I mean, apparently I forgot that part. But this is good enough. It'll get us there. Yeah, I was thinking about setting that up with my wife so she could play more games on the Steam Deck. That's how it used to be, yeah. I don't know anymore, evidently. Okay, and then we can just walk out this way. This is really dumb how this works. It got changed recently then, because I remember I heard they were making some changes, but I didn't know that was what they were changing. Fucking chapped lips. Alright. Off to Dictus we go. The Dictus Medallion. Patch's murder speedrun? I could've, if that was what I was doing, I could've been done with it by now. Alas, I decided Radon was my target. That's how I got all the Souls games. Oh, you didn't actually go buy all of them. I see. I hate patches. Really? That knocks me off? Okay. Yeah, I mean... Son of a bitch. I should have gone around this side where they don't hit you, but oh well. Killing Radon twice in an hour is awesome. We'll see if we can get to him in an hour. I just need to go up the lift and then go back to Caelid. I didn't grab too much in the way of Grace in Caelid. Though, that is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, the summon upgrades make Torrent stronger. Although, to be perfectly honest with you, I did not notice, like, Torrent really getting all that much stronger. Like, it feels like it's just a necessity so that Torrent can tank a hit or two. And otherwise, it was pretty useless. But I imagine Torrent would just die in a hit if you didn't use any of those. Hoist it! Hoist that shit, baby! It does technically make it Horse Armor DLC, but only in the DLC. Why am I watching this? I forgot there's like a whole cutscene just for going up a goddamn elevator. And then another one for going down it. Well, no, that's the lift of roll. Never mind. Alright, we're up here. Let me just grab the Grace. Imagine, IRL elevators do have a cutscene, bro. And that cutscene is where you awkwardly stand in the corner and don't make eye contact with the other person who just got in. Excuse me, like to teleport there. In Altus straight hoisting it. And by it, haha. Let's just say. My dictus. What is the most straightforward way down there without dying? That was lethal? Oh, do I have to mark a death? Do I have to mark a death, chat? I guess I'll mark a death. First death of the playthrough, damn it. And it wasn't even to Radon. Not there. Yeah, clearly not. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there's a spirit spring over here. Well, missed that. Yeah, I'll finish Sekiro. I was gonna say I'll finish it next week, but no promises about finishing it next week. But I will go back to it. Gonna kill Radon horseless? No. That fight is just not fun without Torrent. It's, in my opinion, it's not all that fun with Torrent either. Oh, ball cheese. Ow. The fact that that doesn't just kill me is really nice, actually. Oh, I got ball cheese. Wait, they don't, those ones don't drop runes? Can I get down this way? Probably can this way, huh? Mmm, delicious, delicious ball cheese. I don't like that. I'm never gonna say that again. Wait, can I go through this way or is it sealed? Oh my god, it's fucking sealed. Jesus Christ. I know, I've seen speedrunners do like a Celia skip. Oh, we live. We live that easy. Was never worried. Not even once was I worried. I was a little worried. It's so funny how they decided to make balls an enemy. So true. I'm sorry, you mean bowls, carrion knight. I hit the reverse Celia skip, yeah. Actually, that's exactly what they do, though, is, they go to Bestial Sanctum, and then they ride, like, towards Celia, and then they hop down, like, the clock tower. I believe. But it's called Celia Skip because it takes place in Celia. Okay. You getting there? Yeah. Who up wild striking they boss till they wild. Am I right? Nailed it, yeah. As you can see, Radon is already dead. We're actually going for round 2 now. I'm going for round 2 on Radon in New Game Plus. And then I guess the stream is just over. Uh-oh. Did I aggro a bird or is that a dog? I really don't want the birds on me. There's one thing I fear, and it is not either iteration of Radon, it is the Kaled birds. Yeah, I'll do a boss ranking. But then I'm calling it. I'll be live again either tomorrow or Tuesday. I just wanted to... I've just been doing so much Elden Ring, I just wanted to put a bow on it. Large ball Ash summon would be really incredible. You're not wrong. That would be pretty awesome. Hello. Oh. Sorry, that was the Halo theme, not the Radon Festival theme. Mod that replaces Crucible Knight and his cat with Bloodbird and White Kaled Dog? Oh, please God, no. I didn't think you could make that boss worse. Wait, I should actually sit because there's not another Grace. And I don't think talking to Jared replenishes your resources, although maybe it should. I kind of want to know how fast I can stance break this Radon when I can't even stagger the DLC Radon at all. Even with, like, the most busted Wild Strikes build of all time.
Before we begin.
Yeah, it's a cool cutscene and all, but this is a speed run. That replaces Jory summons with Mount Gelmir dogs? What do you mean Mount Gelmir dogs? Are those not just normal dogs? What is this, a Somber 6? Oh, Smithing Stone 6. Alright, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta brush up on my game knowledge. I think there's a Somber over there. Yeah, that's true. Maybe a little more poise, but I think we might get him. We might get him. I'll try it summonless first. Oh. I forgot you can't ride Torrent down here. As badly as I would like to ride Torrent just to that. Oh, I do have that physic tier. I don't have it on right now, though. Should I just do my buff cycle here? I guess I might as well. Some of these aren't gonna last long enough to benefit us, but... we may as well just see if the Radon killing build works for this Radon, too. Oh shit, I just got hit by that. Look at that damage though. It barely tickled me. Oh, he's still going? Oh no, he's gonna shoot off to the side and then he's gonna charge me with the swords. There's that boy. Oh my god. Alright, meteor time? No? He doesn't even know what he's supposed to do. He hasn't done his, like, phase 1.5 yet. Oh, that just felt mean. That just felt mean. He didn't even get to phase 2. Anyways. Anyways. Oh no! Anyways. Apologize right now. I'm sorry, Radon. It's payback. I was about to say it's payback for what you did to me in the DLC, but at this point, I think I should apologize to DLC Radon as well. I'm sorry. It is like, it is still just so funny to me to think how quickly you can get to Radon. Because I always do him like, maybe third major boss, you know? I'm doing at least Godric and Renala before him. Fighting Radon in his prime versus fighting Radon in his I mean, that is kind of what it is. Although the DLC Radon is not actually Radon at his prime. But it is more reminiscent of it. All right. Let's get out of here. That's enough Elden Ring today. I think I did it to death. But what I can do is I can do a little boss ranking here. And this is just the Shadows of the Erdtree DLC. Let's see. What all does it include? Is it just Remembrances and Bale, or is there more? Oh, this is by difficulty. Okay, I see. What the fuck? Okay, I definitely didn't do all of these. We'll screen it. Okay, we're gonna go S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. I don't know. Do we even like need an F tier? I'll add an F tier. Just delete that row. Okay, let's get some of these out of here. Commander Gaius is a real boss. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not ranking Death Knight version 2. Divine Beast. I'm not ranking. Is there a Furnace Golem that has like a health bar? I don't think there is. I'll rank the Golden Hippo. Obviously, Mesmer is a real boss. Matir's a real boss. Midra's a real boss. Putrescent Knight's a real boss. Okay, the rest of these are... Oh, I'm sorry. The Red Bear is not a real boss. Rolana's a real boss. Romina's a real boss. Erdtree Avatar's a real boss. I will rank Jory. Just to rank him low. Okay. Let's do it kind of in order. Divine Beast. I want to like this boss more than I do, and I do like it, but the camera is just so bad. I think this is easily like an A tier fight if the camera just didn't suck so bad. It's very hard to see what the Divine Beast is doing most of the time, and not in like a fun way. Because there are some bosses in this DLC that I think have like Mesmer. Like sometimes it's hard to see what he's doing behind his fire, but I feel like it just encourages you to like roll into him more. Whereas the Divine Beast, I feel like the camera is just atrocious. And so, but the moveset is pretty fun. The like phase cycling is pretty cool. I don't love the lightning phase. It just feels really spammy. And the hitboxes on the lightning strikes feels kind of absurd. But I like the boss overall. So I'll give it a B still, even though the camera issues bring it down a bit. Let's see, I'll give Rolana an A. I do like this boss. I think it has a fun flow to it, especially when you get it. Mesmer, you can't see, but you know the next combo move. Yeah, right. Like, and I think you can kind of see. I don't know. It's like a focus test, you know, because you can see what his spear is doing, but there's also just a lot of other stuff. We'll get to Mesmer. Rolana's really good. I wouldn't say she's quite S tier. I don't know. I feel like the bosses in this DLC across the board are like amazing spectacles with, you know, all sorts of crazy like phase transitions and stuff. Is it weird to say that Rolana, compared to a lot of the other bosses, is like weirdly straightforward? She is tough as nails. But the only like it's really just a very straight up fight, which I kind of respect. But I feel like I don't want to say there could be more because the moveset is very demanding, but like, I don't know. There's just something holding this fight out of S tier for me. Maybe it's the fact that some of her combos just like feel like they tickle you with some damage no matter what. Yeah. Weirdly, I don't have a lot to say about Rolana, even though she was one of the harder bosses for me. I think it is well-designed difficulty. And yeah, very, very minimal magic move. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I don't really like any of the bosses that do the Glintstone Phalanx attack. I never really like it because it feels like it fires off kind of randomly. And it can overlap with other attacks in kind of an uncomfortable way. And that definitely happens in Rolana's fight too. That's my only, like, major critique, though. Her moveset is, like, as far as the, like... Yeah, no, it does feel like there's unavoidable chip damage. It's definitely avoidable, but it feels a little too hard to avoid. Like, sometimes I would get hit by an attack, and I'm just like, oh, I guess I just should have been in a different position, like, as a domino effect going back, like, 3 or 4 attacks. Because her combos are so fast and demanding, and they come out so fast. Like in succession. But I do like the fight a lot. And I think at least like the attacks that do a lot of damage are like very well telegraphed and very easy to dodge. And I feel like the ones that are harder to dodge tend to do less damage, which I think is a good state of balance for that fight. The hippo, oh dude. I think the hippo's like a D tier, man. I think there's maybe like an okay fight in there somewhere, but I think the hitboxes are just too big, and the quill attacks are just nonsense. Not all of the quill attacks, but specifically the spinning quill attack is utter nonsense. I'm not sure how you're meant to dodge that. And sometimes it'll do like almost no damage to you, which is great. And other times it will one-shot you. I'm not giving this an F tier only because I feel like the moveset is fine, but like the hitboxes need adjusted. and the arena is not good. I mean, it's just way too small for that fight. Hippo's not F tier because worse bosses exist. Yeah. There's at least one boss out of the ones I'm going to rank that I'm definitely putting in F tier. I think there's only one F tier, though. Trying to think of the order I did these in. Maybe I should do them like the order I killed them in. Was Midra really the next boss? No, Scattertree Avatar was the next one I killed. Scattertree Avatar, easy A tier. I think it lacks like... I don't know. It's not like the most gameplay heavy boss, right? The gameplay is fine and the fight is fun, but it's more of a spectacle than it is like a mechanical test, right? Again, the boss has some fun gameplay, but really what puts it in A tier for me is just the spectacle is off the charts awesome. Like, yeah, it's goofy seeing such high damage numbers. Yeah, you get rewarded for hitting the head for sure, but it is an easy fight, but it's not trivially easy. Like it's not pinwheel easy. It's got some tough attacks, and I mean you have to survive 3 phases. Whether or not those phases are like extremely easy is beside the point. I just like the boss. I don't think it's a boss that's meant to challenge you a ton. And I think the spectacle is awesome. Like feeling like you've climbed to the bottom of the world at like the foot of this decaying tree and you get to fight this like freaky sunflower guy. I love that. The way that it's conveyed to you that it's kind of like slowly dying throughout the fight is pretty cool too. The music is awesome. Yeah, I think it's an A tier. I really like it. I think I guess Jory would be next because I did Jory before Midra. You have to. Jory's F tier. I think this boss... It's a good thing that this boss is just like a catacomb end boss, although it is required for this path. So that is why I'm ranking it. It is terrible though, man. It's like Crystal Sage, but somehow worse. And yeah, apparently he was supposed to be a remembrance. I can only hope that if they had made Jory a remembrance, the fight would have been better. Because as it is, it was terrible. I mean, it's a mess. It's not even like, oh, okay, it's kind of a bad gimmick, but I could see what they're going for here. I can't even see what they were going for with this fight. It's like, I never thought I'd say this because Crystal Sage is one of my least favorite fights in Dark Souls 3, but it makes Crystal Sage look good. Like it genuinely makes Crystal Sage look like a competent boss. It's terrible. It's one of the only like truly awful bosses in this DLC, at least like on a required path or on a major path. Which then I guess next I did Midra. I think Midra's S tier. Midra is not my favorite boss in the DLC, but Midra was really awesome. It's the whole package, you know. It's a fun but fair fight. It's pretty difficult, although not the most difficult fight in the DLC. And just off the charts awesome like lore and presentation, and the whole area that Midra's in is really cool. Albeit a little empty, but at least it like sets the stage nicely for Midra. The attacks have a really like kind of off-kilter rhythm to them, but in such a way that is like fun to learn. So I really like that about the fight. Yeah, I think Midra is just really good. Just a really good boss. Yeah, the music goes insane for sure. I think I did Mesmer next. Mesmer's probably my favorite fight of the DLC. I think Mesmer hit the perfect balance between like the moveset feels really fair, but it's also tricky and tough depending on when you get there. I heard some people say that they got to Mesmer and like were just dealing so much damage to him after all the Scattertree fragments they collected that he was just easy as all get out. But I fought him. I did 75 attempts on Mesmer way earlier than I should have been there. And then I came back and got him in about 15. That boss is not easy. It does have one of the coolest and in my opinion, most fair movesets of any boss that is that hard that FromSoft has ever done. The snakes, I could kind of take or leave. I think the individual just like snake, like when he summons like one snake that bites you, I think that was like a fun mix-up. But the attack where he just spams snakes, I didn't really like that one. And actually, the snakes aren't the biggest problem I have with that attack. The biggest problem is that he explodes when he does that attack, and it feels like it happens too fast between the telegraph and the explosion for you to reasonably get away from him. And I think you can roll it, but then it does like a damage creep, like AoE afterwards, and I don't like that. But that's like the only attack that I have a major problem with. Otherwise, the moveset is super fun. They mixed up phase 2 in a way that like kind of ups the ante a little bit, but without making it just like unfair, like spammy bullshit. Yeah, and just the presentation, the lore, the design of the boss, it's all really cool. So yeah, I think that's my favorite fight. Let's see. Putrescent Knight. I think I could go with like a low A on this. Do I like this better than Rolana or Scattertree Avatar? I don't think so. I think this boss just has like a really fun... You did miss the final fight. It was so quick. It was literally so quick. I think Putrescent Knight has a fun and interesting and unique feeling moveset that is just maybe a little bit too limited. Because I think when phase 2 rolls around, I was expecting more, but all that really happens is he just adds like frost spam in, and I don't really like that. But you can jump it, and like once you figure out you can jump it, it's not that big of a deal, and then you're kind of just fighting phase 1. So, but yeah, the presentation is awesome. This whole area that Putrescent Knight is in is really cool. The music is amazing, as it always is. So yeah, I like this fight. I like that fight, I think. This is interesting because... What did I do next? I think I did Matir next. Man, is this fight better than the Golden Hippo? Maybe, just by virtue of having like a cool design and being in an interesting area. But man, I just think this boss was a bad idea. I don't... This is like... So, I will preface this by saying I like Placidusax as a fight. I think Placidusax does a good job of like keeping you... he has the flashy attacks where you just run away for like 5 minutes, but he also has like pretty fun attacks that bring the fight to you and give you windows to damage. Matir is like the logical endpoint of that design philosophy when you stretch it as far as it can go. Like, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just watch the boss spam for 5 minutes now and not be able to do anything about it. It's just not fun. And the melee moveset isn't really all that fun either. It's fine, but it's not that fun. I don't know. There wasn't, like, this boss didn't do it for me. I could see someone, like, really liking this boss, but it just wasn't for me. And yeah, I don't like the finger crawlies attack that you can't avoid. Are you talking about like the side, like the fingers on the side that do it? Because yeah, that's annoying too. I think you need to just roll and then run, but I'm not sure if even that works. It also summons ads, which is crazy to say is not even one of the biggest problems with that fight. It just feels unnecessary. Yeah. Would be a B without ads. I feel like the ads don't affect the fight that much. It's just dumb. Yeah, I would say it's like a high D, low C. I don't really like it, but Commander Gaius, I'm gonna give a C to. I can recognize the problems that people have with this boss, and certainly I don't think the fight is without its problems. But I think in terms of how bad the boss is, I don't know if I've ever seen a boss like more exaggerated in how people hate it compared to the reality in my life in the Souls community. I would have thought this was worse than the Bed of Chaos based on the way people were talking about this boss. The only major problem with this boss is the charge hitbox, and even then, I saw some people throwing out the words undodgeable. I figured out how to dodge it in 2 attempts with a medium roll. The only big issue with the charge beyond that is that he can do it at what feels like too close of a range to dodge. Gravity orb is bullshit. I don't remember having issues with the gravity orb. But I might have just not encountered it that much because this fight was over pretty fast for me. I thought his melee mix-ups with the spear and the tusks of the hog or whatever he's riding were pretty fun for the most part. There's one that feels a little too tight to iframe, but maybe I need to just mix in a jump or something and I wasn't seeing where. I don't know. I think he's C tier. I definitely don't think he's great, but I do think he's overhated. I think the boss is not great. It feels a little unfinished. Is that weird to say that it feels like it's just a little bit like underbaked? Like it doesn't even have unique music. And it's guarding nothing, basically. I mean, there's some skidoo fragments, but for the most part, it feels like that boss has no real business existing. Yeah, I mean, it is guarding the fragments, but I feel like if this boss hadn't existed, FromSoft could have found 5 places in the world to put those, right? Like, without a doubt, they could have found 5 other places. If you just lopped that peninsula off, they could have found 5 places to scatter those. Let's be real. Like, there's no real lore reason, to my understanding, that they have to be there. Not at least one that's vital to understanding the story. I guess I did Romina before I did Bale. Romina is fine. I don't know. I left this fight without feeling much of anything. I don't know. It's weird. This felt like a Dark Souls boss. And I don't even mean that as like not a compliment. It was weirdly fine to fight. Like, it didn't feel like an Elden Ring boss. There's a few like AoE attacks and like some pretty gnarly tracking, but it feels really like toned down for an Elden Ring boss. And again, this is actually kind of a compliment, but the fight just kind of left me without much of an impression. Like I learned some of the moves, but it was kind of just over too quick for me to really appreciate it. So maybe this is one I need to come back to. It wasn't like amazing to me though. I found some of the like the attack like rhythm with like the tails and like the centipede head to be kind of annoying. But I'm sure they're fine when you learn them. I don't know. I don't have like really anything good or bad to say about this boss. It just kind of exists. Some people have been saying they really like it, so maybe there's something there that I just didn't click with just yet, but it's fine. It's really pretty, yeah. It's definitely a unique like color and vibe for a Souls fight. I like that Elden Ring overall is like, I mean, even just looking at this, like, look how different the like color grading of these fights is. As much as Dark Souls 3 is my favorite, if this was a Dark Souls 3 tier list, these would all look gray and brown for the most part. So that is something that Elden Ring as a whole has going for it. And Romina, even within Elden Ring, stands out visually. So that's cool. Bale, S tier. I don't think I like Bale quite as much as Mesmer, just because Bale belongs to an archetype of bosses that I just don't find as fun as like straight up scrappy melee fights. But Bale is probably, for me, dethroning Midir as the best like dragon fight and or just like big beast fight. It just feels so cool once you get it down. The moves are really surprisingly fair. Like, they look really overwhelming, but there's a method to the madness in there. Like, I feel like you could go from getting hit by every attack to no hitting this boss like in a night practically. like just by observing. And yeah, Egon as a character is amazing. Great voice acting, hilarious voice lines, and great just overall very brief, no frills story, but very memorable. Bale and Mesmer are like, to me, the Gale and Midir of this DLC. Mesmer a little worse than Gale, and Bale maybe a little better than Midir, but they're kind of the like the quintessential like damn near perfect melee fight and the quintessential damn near perfect dragon fight, as an analog to the Ring City. And then we're left with just Radahn. Contrary to what you saw on stream, I did spend quite a bit of time off stream poking at this boss, just to figure out what I could get away with. And I actually learned the moveset pretty well, because what I would do is I would try my Wild Strike nonsense, and then once I got him down like pretty close to killing him, I would just focus on dodging. And a few times I ended up being able to survive for a long time. Like, I easily could have killed him. So, even though I didn't do this fight legit, don't think that I haven't experienced the full extent of the moveset. I'm really conflicted about this boss. I think phase 1 is really pretty good, though not without its problems. I think Radahn right now, as of recording this, has an attack that is very unassuming, but it is straight up broken. It's the one where he goes, and then he double crosses again. You cannot, if you are standing right in front of him, you cannot dodge all 3 hits of that combo, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I have heard people who I very much trust within the Souls community who have played way more of these games than me say that that is not a dodgeable combo. Or I'm sorry, it is dodgeable, but it is not consistent, which sucks. But that attack, I mean, it's not the most egregious because it doesn't do a ton of damage. I think at you know, a relatively recommended vigor level, you would not get one shot by that attack, which is good. That will make it hell for soul level 1 and no hit runners, but it's just a shame that attack seems to have a broken hitbox. I hope they fix that. But that's really my only issue with phase 1. I think that like gravity tornado that he does if you get hit by the big gravity AoE kind of sucks too. Because all you can really do about that is just run or roll out of it. And if you get caught in it, you get stun locked and you basically just die. But otherwise, the moveset in phase 1 is pretty good. It's pretty fair. It's pretty fun. Then phase 2 happens. And phase 2, the moveset is really pretty much the same. He has some added moves where he does like a, I don't know, you know, like those after image, like wave dash moves. They're actually pretty cool and pretty interesting to play around. I like the idea that there is an attack that you should block and then dodge. You can also just avoid them outright. Because I believe blocked hits technically don't count for no hit. So I believe that those are all dodgeable, albeit difficult, but they are all dodgeable to my knowledge. But I think blocking and then rolling them is kind of a fun compromise. Like if you aren't someone who doesn't care about getting hit. I think, you know, they add those light beams to really up the precision required of your rolls. And it's doable. I think it's a little too precise, but it's doable. One of the biggest issues with those light beams is that they stagger you a little bit. That just feels unfair. The nuke is just a little too big. You pretty much have to start running like right when it happens. I don't remember. Yeah, in my final attempt, I did do it where I just did endure through it because I like having that as a wild strike window or a window to buff, like to cast Flame Grant Me Strength. So that made it kind of like a fun puzzle, but I don't like unavoidable damage. It is avoidable, but it is like pretty precise to be able to run and then roll out of that. What else to talk about? I don't know. Just the effects. I think the effects are too much. Like, I don't know how they would do it. I really think they need to tone down that light effect, though. I think it makes it too hard to see and is relying too much on just like moveset memorization, which is a real problem. Not a real problem, not like a huge problem, but it's a problem across the board in Elden Ring, where the way the bosses are designed, they're assuming that you are going to die and you are going to see the moves a few times before you learn them. I don't have a problem with that. Just to be clear, I don't have a problem with that. But I feel like Radahn Phase 2 is that taken to too much of an extreme, where you have to not only see the moves multiple times in phase 1, learn how to roll them, but then learn how to roll new follow-ups in phase 2. And I think it's too precise to be fun. Even saying as someone who I can't prove it, but I think I've successfully dodged everything in his moveset at least once. And I find some of those attacks in a vacuum quite enjoyable to dodge, but I don't know. The whole package is too overwhelming. It's difficult in a way that isn't as fun, even as something say like Melania or Orphan of Kos or Sword Saint Ishin. I don't know, man. This one's so tough. I think I'm gonna go B tier with it. But recognizing that this could easily be like an A or S tier fight with some changes, but I do think it needs those changes. I really do. I think it needs those changes, and I hope they actually go through with altering this boss. I don't even want to say nerfing. I just think this boss needs to be made like more readable, more scrutable. Like, yeah, and that's it. I'll give it a B because I think it's fun. I don't love Radon as the final boss. Radon is not my favorite boss or character in the base game, although I can recognize that a lot of people love him. So I wasn't like thrilled to see him again at the end of the DLC. In fact, I would say it was a pretty disappointing ending for me. But the fight is not horrible. I just think they to quote George Lucas, they might have gone a little too far in a few places. And that's all I'll say. So there's the tier list. I don't think there's anything else here that I really feel like strongly needs to be. Yeah, nah. The Death Knights were pretty cool. That was like a cool side boss. I enjoyed the new like rune bears too. I can't believe I'm saying that. Imagine a third Godfrey. I think I would have been more okay with that than Radon. It was shocking to see Radon, but it was wasted potential. Yeah, I don't feel like Radon really got the build-up that he deserves. What's weird is like Moog almost gets more lore in the DLC than Radon does. I wouldn't even say almost. I think Moog does get more lore in the DLC than Radon does because of Ansbach. And I didn't follow Ansbach's questline because I think I just missed him in a few key places, but yeah, I don't know. Radon was a character that had like a pretty concise but well done story in the base game, and I just don't think dredging up his corpse. I know it's technically Moog's corpse, but I just don't think dredging up his corpse really did anything for me. But yeah, I don't feel the need to rank any other of these. Lamenter might also be an F tier though. Count Emir is technically like right after Matir, but this is not a real boss fight. This is like a pinwheel fight. Like if you died to this, I have some questions. And they didn't put that last like NPC gank here, but I actually that was a pretty fun encounter. I think if you engage with the gimmick and you summon the people whose quest lines you've done, I think that is a pretty cool encounter. But I guess it doesn't have a health bar, so. Here was my favorite fight. Power to ya. Yeah, I saw Chris was doing a Lamenter head only run. That's insane. The fact that it only took 30 minutes to kill Bale is ridiculous. I didn't Curse Blade. Oh, it's one of those guys. Oh, I hate those guys. I never found the boss version, though. Anyways, that's all I got. I can't believe I squeezed an hour and a half out of this stream, given that I killed the boss in the first 15 minutes. But hey, there's Elden Ring DLC. What can I say? We got her done. Just a little over a week. And yeah, I mean, there will be more Elden Ring in my future. I have a few runs in mind that I might like to do. I suppose, you know, for whoever's watching right now, I could tease one of them. One of them is that I would like to do a fist weapons only, but I have to do a different weapon for every remembrance. I think that would be kind of fun. Someday when the DLC is in the randomizer, I'd love to do a randomizer run too. But until then, I think the randomizer is just broken at the moment. How many fist weapons are there? There's definitely at least as many as remembrances. So there's enough to make it interesting. I'll put it that way. What else? I think on Wednesday I'll play Sekiro. Might as well just knock that playthrough out. I was having fun with it, and I honestly am already pretty close. So there's 14, so plenty. There's 14 fist weapons, but there's other categories of fist weapons. Because I believe with the DLC now there's 25 remembrances. I guess 26 if you count Bale as a remembrance, something like that. I might be doing my math wrong, but it's something like that. But I think if you count all sorts of like hand weapons, there is more than enough for that challenge to work. By the way, that's neither here nor there. don't know 100% if I'll be live tomorrow. I will definitely be live one of tomorrow or Tuesday, though. And it will be something other than Elden Ring, if you can believe it. Because, well, what can I say? I'm done with Elden Ring for now. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough of Elden Ring. I know, and if you didn't, I know it took up a lot of time on stream. I hope to make it up to you by playing other things for the foreseeable future. Anyways, again, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your Sunday evening, and I will see you when I see you.